Hello, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. I'm with the Green Goblin himself, Omar.
You're making fun of my jacket, bro. Of my suit.
Omar El Mahdi. And today we're going to be speaking about one of the hottest communities in Dubai right now, or
yes,
offland,
yes.
the Valley.
Yeah.
Amar project. Obviously, it's going to be hot. Talk to me. Tell me about it.
Anything by Amar that is like a master community that includes villas and townhouses is always a winner by Amar. Ever since Emirates Living in 1999 when they launched it, by the way. Arabian Ranches, 1, 2, 3,
Three, four, maybe.
maybe, obviously. I mean, you never know. I mean, up until they can find more plots.
Yeah.
And then there is the new ones, the Oasis, and later on they will launch Polo Grand and that side of Dubai, which is beside Dubai South.
Yeah.
And the Heights, which they're launching at the end of the month. There is a lot of demand for villas and townhouses. Period.
Right now.
Plus, there's a lot of demand from A'mar itself. Obviously, they need to be priced well to be like selling out like that. But in the Valley, so I'll start off with the Valley. Began in 2019. You know what? When I started off real estate in 2021, because I was jobless, do not make fun of 1999. In 2021, I was a civil engineer before being a real estate agent. And then once COVID hit, everything went shut. Everything went shut down, and even projects. So I was working on a big construction project, and they've paused that, and I got terminated. Not because I was bad, I think not, because they wanted to downsize, obviously, because construction paused and everything. So I was sitting at home watching videos, and then Ryan Sarhant, he's the one who got me into real estate. Like I got inspired, like suits and stuff. So I got into real estate like start of 2021, and then the first thing I see was like the first first properties that I see from Amar. One of them was Eden, the Valley, and surprisingly, they still had inventory. Now at that time the market was slow. Eden was the first phase. That cluster over there was the first phase that launched in the Valley, and they still had a lot of inventory available in. With Amar.
For 2 years, it still didn't sell out?
Can you imagine? That's super crazy because people really hated the location. Another thing, when I was pitching to clients at that time, the other complaint I was getting is because it was a dump site, this plot.
Dump site?
Yeah, or a plot beside it, it was a dump site. So where the trash was picked up in Dubai, it was dumped in this area because it's such a far away location from the city.
For now, at least.
I mean, for that time, yes. But
Yeah.
now it's not. So they had to reuse that plot, obviously clean out the soil and everything.
And
I mean, that's what I heard. I mean, I don't know if it's 100% true or not, or maybe it was the plot beside it, but there was a dump site around in that area.
it's kind of crazy that it didn't sell out, though, in 2 years. Now, it
Now
sells
it's
out in a
like-
day.
Oh my God. You know, if Eden, by the way, Eden launched at 650 dirhams per square foot. Just to give you
Oh
a
my
reference,
God.
right now they're launching at 1,100, 1,200 dirhams per square foot.
And that's considered cheap, too.
That's considered cheap from Amar, yes.
Yeah.
But you still have to put in the fact as the location also. It's not, but accessibility is amazing. Now, if you look at the distance, it's quite far from downtown. Not far, the distance is quite long. It's around
Yeah.
32, 35 kilometers from Valley to downtown. But it is on a major highway that got an expansion, which I spoke about in Villanova, for 2 billion dirhams, not dollars, because that was a mistake I've done in that video. So the highway is like massive. It's super big. So you're not stopping in traffic at all. So from Valley, I remember once I drove from Valley, because I wanted to see the construction over there. I want to see, like, I want to go see the area, what
Yeah.
I'm selling at least. So I went to the area, and that time it was still Eden, and they haven't built even, they've built the infrastructure and the foundations, but nothing was up. Superstructure, nothing was up. That was in 2021. So I drove from Dubai, and at that time there was still the extension wasn't fully done. It was still a 3-lane highway at that time. So I took the road 3-lane or even a 2-lane by the time I was at Valley. From Dubai Lane to, after the extension now, from the Valley to downtown without a single traffic light. The first traffic light, like I have mentioned, was you take left and you're in Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Boulevard, which is basically the first traffic light is in downtown. 20 minutes. Took me 20 minutes. Now, maybe I'm a fast driver and I go on the last
He
lane.
is a fast driver.
And it's not like I go above speed limit. I just max out
Legal.
legally. I maxed out on cruise control. And I've reached in like 20 minutes. Now, natural, like normal people driving would be 25 minutes. around that 23 minutes. Because only the difference is 3 to 5 minutes in max speed to normal speed. But anyway, it's not far if you think about it. Because if you were to drive from Jumeirah 3, Suqeim 1 to downtown, it will take you the same time, by the way. And it's so shorter distance. It could be even just 1/3 of that distance.
But just because it's blocked with traffic.
Traffic, speed bumps, traffic lights, left, right. So it's like, this is like a straight highway over there. So that's what's amazing about this community. You're living in a nice community and you have straight access to the city without any traffic light because of this highway, this amazing highway, Dubai Lane Highway. Now, most of it is townhouses. Then, like, if I were to rank them, rank 1 in availability is townhouses. Rank 2, semi-detached villas, and then villas, independent villas. Independent villas was only Farm Gardens 1 and 2, phase 1 and 2. That's it. And then the rest were townhouses and semi-detached villas.
No apartments.
No apartments at all. I mean, apartments over here would be tough to sell, I feel like, because, I mean, if you were to compare, let's say, Town Square on the other side, which is a bit even closer to, like, if you were to look towards the water, a bit closer, and it's, I mean, they do sell out. Recently, they've launched Haya in Town Square, and they sold out by now because the prices are very nice. But they don't have that much capital appreciation in apartments that far out in the city, unless there's something super special about the community. Let's say if it was a Barari or if it was something super special, like there are apartments over there.
So apartments are more for convenience purchase, you think? Like it has to be in the middle of the city in order to appreciate type thing?
Yeah, or it has to be super cheap if I were to go out of the city, so far out from the city. Now they say, oh, this is the new city and stuff like that, but still downtown is downtown, and the further you go out, yes, you will develop areas and everything, and there will be population, but still at the end of the day, the prime location
Is
will
downtown.
be downtown, Dubai Marina, JBR, always. So
whenever you're expanding, even I feel like it was still that's the core. Even if you say the creek is better than downtown, it's still trying to emulate the downtown
now
feeling.
you can the further, like, high net worth individuals, some of them may not like the traffic, they want to stay away. Okay, you'll find areas that is outside of the city super expensive, but in general, like, the outskirts of the city should be cheaper than in, like, Manhattan in New York. Manhattan is the most expensive really in the world, let alone in New York. If you compare with any other city in Manhattan, in New York itself, Manhattan is the most expensive. Then there is Long Island, then there is Brooklyn, Queens, and all that, which is the outskirts kind of New York, but it's still heavily dense, heavily populated. But still, Manhattan is the hotspot. So the price over there, and plus no more plots in Manhattan. So the same thing downtown. At one point, there will be no more plots. The price will go shoot up.
I mean, there is no more plots, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but everything's already built.
I mean, in Business Bay, there's still plots. I mean, owned by people, obviously, but still not fully built on. It's not 100% built on. And then you'll still look into the Medan area. Then there is still plots over there. There are still so many plots over there for residential buildings. So it's little by little up until this ripple effect goes all the way back to the valley. Then there's still plots around to build on. But anyway, back to the valley. So townhouses sizes 1,950 to 2,100 for the 3 beds in general in all of the clusters, because there are so many clusters. I mean, the semi-detached villas were quite big, 3,000 square foot plus. Like a community, like a cluster called Rivana had, and everyone has something special in them. And also keep in mind, Amar had an advantage with this plot. So they have bought it for super cheap, obviously. I would assume between 10 to 20 dirhams per square foot.
Why?
Because of the locality of it. I mean, it's far out in the city. So I will buy out a lot and plot for the discount so I can provide more facilities. And that's what they showed in the valley. There's a lot of facility. There's more room for park. There is more, not room. I mean, there's more, there's a lot of plot to build a big park. There's a lot of plot to build a beach. There's a lot of plot to build, and it's cheap. I can still make money on this, because if you were to look into a community that's closer to the city, it would be a bit more expensive. Could be 200, 300 dirhams per square foot on that plot. In Medan, for example, when they launched in plots, big plots in District 11 for townhouses, it was launching at 300 dirhams per square foot.
The District 11 or District 1?
No, District 11. District 11 is behind Nad al Shiba and District 1. So it's like ahead a bit, back a bit. But they were launching at 300 dirham per square foot. Now over here, you're moving further away. So now when you have this big plot, you can build a lot more in facilities and amenities, because you're not going to make money on the facilities and amenities. But now if I've gotten this plot for 300 dirhams per square foot, I need to make sure I make money out of every single square foot.
Yeah.
So I build it with townhouses and villas packed. So I don't have so much square footage for facilities amenities. Here, the square footage for the facilities and amenities are big. So like 30,000 square meters in the beach and the kids area and the sports village. They call it sports village, where there will be all kinds of fields, football field. There will be basketball courts. There will be the tennis courts.
Paddle.
Exact paddles also, since it's a trend. A lot of parks. So it could be like, and this, because they launched also Valley Phase 2 deeper inside here. Now I want to speak about something before I get into this. The major highways beside that. Obviously, towards Dubai, there will be Emirates Road, which is another highway that they have access to. But there is also another highway that's after the valley, which is Lahbab Road, which is the new highway, kinda after Emirates Road. It will be a major highway later because it will connect later to Maktoum Airport, the new airport, back at the back of like in Dubai South area. Now, I want to say that because of the demand, obviously, that they've extended towards inside the plot more to Valley Phase 2. Also bigger parks, so they had more facilities and amenities, big ones. Now, this area is also special because His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid recently, I think over the last 4 months, I think, or 6 months, he has this area is called Mahenda. The original plot name is called Mahenda. Like how we mentioned Dubai Hills, the original plot name is Hadith Mohammed bin Rashid. So this was called Mahenda, I think, or Mahend, something like that. He's changed the name of the plot to Hind City. So all of this plot will be like redeveloped, redesigned, because in that area, in that box between Emirates Road, Dubai Line Highway, Lahbab Road, and another road here, I forgot. I think all the way up to Sukim Street, Qudra Road. So that box plot was all called Mahend.
Hind City.
It's now called Hind City. It's a big plot. And they had the military airport base over there. So they're going to restructure all of that. And they have given a big majority of the plots to locals as scholarships. Because here locals get scholarships from the government, plots to build out their houses. So now you can imagine, in this box, you have the valley, phase 1 and phase 2, which will be around 4,500 units plus 4,500 as in townhouses and semi-detached villas and villas altogether. More than 4,500. Then you have the Mac Hills 2, by the way, which is beside the Qudra Road. You're still in that box of Hind City.
Yeah.
The Mac Hills 2, which is also expanding. There's a lot of plot around for them to like extend the Mac Hills 2. And then there is this, also the big chunk of the plot also was given out to the government, basically, to give out scholarships to Emiratis.
Yeah.
To build out their houses. So you can imagine the population of there will be
active.
Slowly. The area will be active and the population will increase in that area by default. So there is a lot of potential in this area. It won't be like the area that is deserted. It will be like
built on it.
Yes, definitely. And then obviously where people live, you would want to have commercials over there. So you'll have a lot of shops. Obviously, there will be malls around. There will be hospitals, clinics.
I'm pretty sure there is a mall for the valley.
Yes, 100%. More like to build out a community this big. This community will be bigger than Dubai Hills, and Dubai Hills has a mall. So they will have a mall. It could be even a big mall, a very big mall, to facilitate the community.
Because 4,500 townhouses is a lot, or like just units in general.
Exactly. So and it's a family-based community. So expecting each house to have like 3 to 5 members, at least.
Yeah.
So if you were to take an average of 4 into 4,500, you're looking at least 6,500 plus, or like even up to 20,000 or 20,000 plus.
Yeah.
In population, and then you have the Mac Hills too, and then you have this part of the Hind City for the Emiratis. So you can expect at least 100,000 people at least in this area, in just that area. So it will be heavy populated. There will be a lot of commercials. It will be active, and wherever there is activity, wherever there is people,
money flows.
So trading, not trading, I mean literally trading, but going to shops, transacting and stuff like that. So, and obviously you'll have to build out for them hospitals, clinics, all these necessities, also entertainment. So like besides mall and stuff, there will be a lot of entertainment facilities also over here. But regarding because you've gotten this big plot for cheap, I can have the flexibility of that's the concept I feel like of the valley is like the plot was gotten for so cheap, for a good discount at least, that the developers find the flexibility of, okay, I'm making money, but let me make something special. Be creative a bit about it.
Yeah.
I want to build beaches, man-made beaches. I want to do this. I want to do that for the community, because I'm not gonna make money off the sports village, of the beach that I'll build, of the yoga gardens. There will be a farmers market in here, so there's a lot of like facilities that won't be profit. Like Amar won't make profit out of it much. They will. I mean, they're making profit of what they're selling, residential units, but they won't make profit of the parks and stuff like that.
But it will bring people in.
It will bring people in. I mean, you'll have to attract them. For you to go out far from the city, you'll have to attract them with something.
Technically, no matter what, it's still 20 minutes away from downtown. Some people consider that to be a big deal.
But give me a community which will have a park. It will be having Valley Phase 2. I think will have the biggest. Not I think. I know that's for a fact. Will have the biggest residential park ever in all of Dubai, or maybe all of UAE. It's equivalent. They said that in the launch 4 months ago for Valley Phase 2, that it will be equivalent to 35 football pitches. That's big.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, exactly. So you can imagine how big that park is. And that's just Valley Phase 2. Now, Valley Phase 1, the park is half that size, but still, that's equivalent to like maybe around what?
12 football pitches more.
12, so let's say 15 or 17.5. So it's like you're looking at almost 50 football pitches sized parks.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a ridiculous number. So there's a lot of greenery. So it's like this picks up this. Okay, I would want to go there because there is more greenery, there is more spaces for the kids to play around. They have this kids Dal area or Dal, I don't know what it's called.
Dale.
Yes, there's a lot of kids facility areas. So it's very family friendly communities. There's a lot of sports facilities, the courts around for people to be active. You won't get that much in other communities that's deep inside the community.
Especially at the size and scale that the valley is doing it at.
Exactly. So that's what's special about the valley. Accessibility is amazing. Yes, the distance is long, but accessibility is quick, because with this 2 billion dirhams, not dollars, expansion of Dubai Lane with like 7-8 lane highway, you will not face any traffic going to the main area in the city, which is like downtown, stuff like that. So I mean, that's
the valley.
I mean, and also, by the way, and in Farm Gardens, I just want to touch on this point. In Farm Gardens, by the way, the villas are kind of big over there. Because of how cheap they got the plot for, they're giving out like bigger size plots, built up. So in the valley, and the Farm Gardens one was around 4,900 to 5,800, but the Farm Gardens 2 it reached up to 9,800 square foot.
6 bedrooms
and built up. It was a 6 beds or 5 beds. Sorry, 5 beds.
5 beds for 10,000.
So the rooms are big, by the way. I remember showing the floor plan to a client, and he was surprised because he've never seen such like bedrooms this big, because you're building on a 9,000. The square footage is 9,000 square foot on a G+1, so just 2 floors. So each floor is around 4,500 square foot. So imagine the rooms.
A mansion?
Nah, mansion should be at least 20,000 square foot plus.
Hey, man.
But this community can't be. You can't build a mansion in this community, because this is kind of the like
family and home, like
family.
nice
Obviously,
feeling,
I mean, people who live in mansions also have families.
No,
but I mean, like
but
it's not the high net worth individual. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not the luxury community. It's still chic, because the designs and the color and the facades, the colors of the facades you picked here are very nice, very chic.
Yeah.
So it's very elegant. At the same time, it is affordable. It's like, if you're talking about right now in the market, 1,150 dirhams per square foot for a nice community and nice finished properties. Where will you get that in Dubai? You'll not get that anywhere.
JVC.
Never. For a nice townhouse villa community. Why are we bullying JVC, by the way? JVC is one of the highly transacted areas. So I mean, that's the valley. I hope I've given brief. I mean, in another video we'll speak about prices and stuff. What used to be, how much it used to be.
I guess we just have to wait for it to hand over, or at least develop a little bit more.
Yeah, because the prices are still going up and up. So it's not the end of it. It's not the end of the community.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.